Hello everyone, so my name is João. I work at EDP New. EDP is the biggest utility in Portugal. It works in the commercialization, the distribution and the production of energy, especially renewable energy, and it's present in different countries. EDP New is the branch where innovation is done and research is performed. I work in this company, EDP New, and we focus on my area, focus on positive energy communities. The lecture today will be about creating positive energy districts and the case study of Évora, which is a city in Portugal, in the Alentejo region, which is really sunny and has a lot of potential. The focus of this project is in heritage cities, so it has some particularities. There are different the objective of the project is to produce positive energy blocks or districts, which means that we will produce more. These blocks have to produce more energy than they will consume in an annual basis. The particular of this specific project is the fact that it focuses on heritage cities, so they are protected, and there are a lot of solutions that cannot be implemented because of cultural heritage reasons. The project has the objective to install renewable energy, to ensure that positive or green energy is produced, to also have flexibility in the grid, install ICT systems that will manage the incorporation of these solutions, and also a big component is the citizen engagement and engagement with different actors. The municipality is a key actor of these. The municipality of Évora is a key actor of these solutions, will be the main taker of most of them, but also is important to take into account the citizens' perspectives and the fact that the solutions will be installed in their city and how they perceive this. At the same point, we have a lot of contacts with universities, which are part of the project, as well as some cultural administration and energy administrations that will make the final decisions on the implementation of these solutions. As I said before, the focus of the project is in Évora, but there are also another city which has been taking action, which is Alkmaar in the Netherlands, and then there are 6 fellow cities that will incorporate the lessons that these 2 cities have, and then will apply it in their own context, being one of them Celje here in Slovenia. Sorry for the pronunciation if I did it not correctly. Moving on. Okay. The Évora demonstration. We have 3 different demonstration areas. We have the city center, so here on the top of the screen, which is beside the city walls, and this is the UNESCO protected area. We will have municipal buildings involved, 8, and also 11 residential/commercial buildings in the city. Then we have a village here, which is around 10 kilometers from the city center of Évora, which the particularity is the fact that it's inhabited by older people, and the intake of solutions will be a bit different. This area is not protected as the city center, but it has the different challenges. And finally, we have another area south of the city, which is the cultural, the commercial slash retail area, industrial area, and here we'll have a data center which consumes a lot of energy, so it will be difficult to make it positive, a commercial building, and also office buildings. The objective in the end will be to incorporate different solutions that I will speak about a bit later. So this is Évora. As you can see, it is an old city with white walls with yellow stripes around it. So most of the city is like this, and everything is protected. It's really difficult to implement anything in here because of the UNESCO heritage, because it's a UNESCO heritage site, and it's quite difficult to implement solutions because of that. In particular, you can see the roofs are made of shingles of clay. It's not really clear in the image. So PV panels are not possible to install in the city, which makes a big challenge to make it positive, since solar panels will not be able to install. What we have been done in this is working with 2 companies which are part of the project, with Onyx, which works with glasses, and Tegla, which works with the rooftops. And we have been working with them to incorporate these solutions in the city center of the city. although it's been a complicated journey that I will explain afterward. We have been in constant contact with the DRC, which is the cultural administration of the region, which is the one who decides if the solutions can be implemented or not. We have been having some struggle to implement these solutions. Some of them have been approved. For example, the shingles were approved without any problem. Some of the solutions, like the glass or the canopies, have been a bit challenged to implement, because they say it goes a bit against the value of the city, but at the same time the municipality doesn't agree. It's been a challenge situation with people discussing, and we are coming finally to a compromise after 2 years of discussion. Anyhow, these are not the only struggle. The fact that the cultural heritage exists or is not the only enabler of the implementation of these solutions, because these buildings are also quite old, and then there will be a different challenge to implement. On the top, you can see the bullfight arena, which is now turned into a concert venue, an event venue. And there, the objective was to install these solar panels from the Tegula Solutions, which are similar to the top of this arena, but for structural reasons it will not be possible to implement all of these. So it is a constant process to adapt, because the structure is quite old and it's not possible to implement them. Then, for example, we wanted to implement glasses between the buildings in schools, so students can walk through them without getting wet when it's raining. And for safety reasons, we will not be able to implement all these solutions, because it will be close to the football fields of the kids, and although the glasses are quite protective and will not break easily, we know that kids sometimes do different stuff that they shouldn't be done, and kicking the ball against these glasses could be some fun for them, and thus it will be reconsidered, will not be implemented. We also had difficulties with the municipality. For example, in the beginning they wanted to install a PV carport next to the theater, but then they decided that they want to move with this solution. They wanted to install trees instead, which in my opinion makes sense, because the city is really packed and doesn't have a lot of green spaces. And in the end, there are also some constraints. For example, here we have the skylight of the town hall of the city, which we wanted to implement the skylight with the solution of PV. Although the municipality has been having a lot of struggle to find a constructor to do this job, and for 2 years it didn't, since 2019, so 3 years it didn't find anyone. And we discarded these solutions, but apparently 2 months ago they finally find someone, so we are not reconsidering again this solution. So you can see it's really complicated to implement solution in the city center, not only because of the cultural heritage that exists, but also because of the particularity of the city, the administration that is in power at given moment, and also the circumstances that the market has for this. At the same time, we want to implement different solutions. One of the things is to have a collective self-consumption of the municipal buildings. The objective here is to use the excess energy that will be produced, for example, in the schools of the municipality. During summer, they will be producing its maximum energy, because it's summer, there's more sunshine hours, but kids will not be there, the schools will not be occupied. And what we want to do is to engage the other 50 buildings that belong to the municipality, and the energy will be shared between them during these surplus hours of PV production. This will be done. This is being done with the energy administration. We are trying to make this happen. We have some signs that will be possible to implement in the near future. Then we also want to implement a 5 megawatt community solar farm. The objective here is to install it outside the city walls in the rural area, but will be located until 5 kilometers of the city center, which is the limit between this consumption point and the generated allowed in the Portuguese legislation. We have been working with this, mainly the municipality. They are trying to have a business model that can incorporate all these solutions. And we'll see, we want to implement these into different locations, with one with 2.5 megawatt and another one with another 2.5 megawatt. And this is where we are right now. Other solutions will be regarding, now I'll go a bit faster, these solutions will be more focused on increasing the self-consumption with ICT solutions like building energy management system that allow saving of energy in lighting. The HVAC system will be connected with the energy production, so we can preheat or pre-cool a building with the surplus energy that is available at given moment. We'll be installing energy routers, which will be an inverter, but will also be connected to 10 kilowatt battery systems to store the energy during that time. And we also incorporate some algorithms that will enhance these transactions. Second life batteries from EVs will be installed in people's houses as well to take account of the surplus energy that you produce in some of them. And we will also have smart lamp posts with EV charging capabilities. Peer-to-peer energy trading platform is being created as well. And finally, the last module of our study is to take into account the citizen-driven innovation and take into consideration the fact that citizens are an important part of this transaction, because they will be the ones using the solutions. They will be the ones that after the project will replicate these solutions in their own context. So we are taking their voice into consideration. At some times we are developing some solutions at the city level, for example the City Urban platform that will gather information for both the municipal workers, but as well as for the citizens living and want to have more information about what's happening in the city. And wrapping up, this is it. Thank you.